Your students are paying for that, right? That's the big difference between online classes and in-person dance classes. Hello, fellow dancers. Welcome back to the Addicted to Shimmy podcast show. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. The 3 big mistakes you should avoid when teaching dance. Let's get started. Yay! Welcome back. My name is Sol Calderon. I'm director of Black Cat BellyDance Studio. I've been dancing for 17 years. I have made a lot of mistakes in my dance journey, and I want to share with you a lot of those mistakes, or all of them. Mostly are my mistakes, but today is about someone else's mistakes. I'm not going to say names because the purpose of this is not to gossip around people and stuff. It's focused on helping you to avoid doing those mistakes. So a couple of years ago, I took a belly dance class with another Fat Chance Belly Dance certified instructor, and everything was okay until she said something like this: someone is doing this step wrong. And I was like, okay, she's gonna say who's doing it wrong, and she's gonna help us or help her to correct it. Well, she never mentioned who that person was, so I noticed a little bit of tension. The energy was a little weird, awkward, and what I was expecting is her to approach the person who was doing that mistake and help her, give her some feedback, and that's it, you know? But that didn't happen. So I was like, okay, this is a very good thing to keep in mind, so I don't want to make the same mistake. So number 1, be direct, give feedback, be respectful, and they are paying, your students are paying for that, right? That's the big difference between online classes and in-person dance classes. When your students take an in-person class, it's because they want feedback, right? Well, also they want the community, they want this beautiful environment that you don't have online. They want to dance with more people around and stuff. But mostly they are paying for you to give them feedback. And that's the way they learn, or we all learn when we get feedback. So don't forget to apply the sandwich technique. So the sandwich technique is just 3 steps, very simple steps. First one, you know that this person is doing something wrong. Let's say her name is Sandy. So you approach to Sandy, you walk towards Sandy, you make eye contact, and you start your feedback with a positive thing. For example, hey Sandy, I love the way your posture. I love your posture, is beautiful. And then you're gonna mention the feedback that you want to give her. And it would be better if you, I don't know, you correct your shoulders or your elbows. You need to rotate them or whatever. And by the way, I love the way you smile when you're dancing. I love your face expression. So what you're doing is very quick feedback, because someone told me, hey, it's gonna take forever. I have 10 students. I cannot just give the sandwich feedback to all of them. It's gonna take forever. It's gonna take the whole class. It takes 1 minute. It's very quick, right? Less than a minute. So you say something positive, then you give them feedback, and then you close up with another positive thing. But it has to be honest. It has to be real. You cannot make it up, right? That's why you, as a teacher, you are very visual. So you are aware of the strong points of each student, right? So that's point number 1, give feedback. Number 2, answer to questions that you don't know. That's a big mistake. When you answer to questions in that moment and you don't know the answer and you try to invent or create the answer. So, or you try to find the answer right away. I don't remember when this happened, but I was taking this class and someone asked something and the teacher was trying to figure it out on their phone, right? It wasn't a dance class, it was something else. And we were just waiting and waiting and waiting. So instead of that, because you are wasting their time, you can say something very honest like, I don't know the answer, and it's a very good question. Let me search it up, and next class, I'll have an answer for you, right? So you take the time at home to do your research and find the answer if you don't know it. But you don't pretend that you know everything, because as a humans, we don't know anything. We don't know everything, right? And that's okay. But it's worse when you try to pretend that you know something that you don't know. Number 3, when you say, I want you to do this. As a teacher, you want to be professional, you want to be the leader, but you want to avoid to be this old school teacher. I want this, I want that. That's a very old thing. So we don't use that phrase. Instead of that, you include yourself and you say something like, let's do this, and next we are going to work on this, right? Always include yourself. So that's a very good one, because I have heard that before, and it feels like everything is about the teacher instead of being about the students. So include yourself, be inclusive with all of them, and say we. We are going to do this, and we're going to do that, and next we blah, 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 right? I remember when I was a student, I was doing belly dance cabaret style. And I remember that the advanced students and the ones that they were part of the professional dance troupe, they used to sit in front of the class and they would laugh at us, at the beginners, and they would criticize us. They were very tough. I know they were teenagers. You might be thinking, hey, that's the way teenagers are. But if I was the teacher of that class, I couldn't let them to be there, right? I know that you cannot control the behavior of teenagers, but you can control what is happening in your class. So when you're teaching, bring all those memories of the things that you didn't like during your learning years, learning journey, and avoid those mistakes. In this case, let's avoid criticism. Let's avoid people laughing at other people that are beginners. So that's a very good tip. Keep in mind, bring all those memories that you didn't enjoy or you haven't enjoyed in your dance journey, and avoid them in your classroom or in your dance studio, right? So we all have had positive and negative dance experiences, and we can use them in your favor. So let's be honest, you have two choices. You can repeat the pattern of those things that you didn't like because that's the way you learned, or you can do the opposite and bring something positive out of it, right? So remember, always be welcoming, clear, respectful, punctual. You always are ready to start the class on time. Show appreciation to your students and their hard work, and give them feedback directly. Say their names, and close the class with a positive feeling. So you want them to leave feeling good emotionally, mentally, and physically, right? So I think that's it for today. I hope you're finding useful these tips, and thank you for being here with me today, and see you in the next episode.